The CEO has assets worth tens of millions, but his pocket money is only 50 yuan. This is all because he married a domineering wife who not only controls all his property but also treats him like a son and beats him whenever he is a little disobedient. As a result, he is beaten almost every day. The reason why he married such a domineering wife was all because of his mother's insistence. It turns out that the CEO was a profligate second-generation rich kid who only knew how to eat, drink and play with friends. This made his mother very angry. So, in order to make her son more enterprising and become a qualified successor to the company, the CEO's mother decided to find someone who could control him. After learning about this, the woman's stepmother was very happy because the woman and the CEO had a marriage contract since childhood. Moreover, their companies were about to go bankrupt, so the stepmother thought that if the woman married the CEO, all their difficulties would be solved. Therefore, in order to save her father's company, the woman had no choice but to agree. Soon, the wedding began. The CEO was tied up by his mother and sent to the stage, while the woman slowly walked towards the groom led by her father. At this moment, the CEO was shocked to find that the person he was about to marry was actually the shrew he had met a few days ago. It turned out that a few days ago, the CEO took his friends to the gold shop to buy jewelry as usual. Unexpectedly, he overheard the woman and her stepmother talking on the phone. At that time, in order to save the company that was about to go bankrupt, the stepmother forced the woman to marry the CEO, but the woman firmly disagreed and threatened that the CEO was a good-for-nothing waste. She would rather marry a dog than marry him. Hearing this, the CEO was very angry. In order to teach the woman a lesson, the CEO deliberately went against the woman and bought all the gifts she liked. This made the woman very angry, so she stepped on the CEO hard and left. But now she appeared at the wedding, which surprised the CEO, but the woman had already known the CEO's identity. Then, in order to make her son obedient, the CEO's mother announced in public that her son's property would be kept by her daughter-in-law in the future, and the company would be handed over to her daughter-in-law for operation. After hearing what his mother said, the CEO was stunned. In order to retaliate against his mother and wife, the CEO deliberately went to the bar with his friends on the wedding night. However, just when he was proud of his little trick, the door of the private room was suddenly kicked open, and then his wife walked in. Seeing his wife coming, the CEO was chilled. But in order not to embarrass himself in front of his friends, the CEO had to pretend to be calm and let his wife go back. Unexpectedly, the woman not only did not go back, but also picked up the bottle on the table and smashed it, and then threatened the CEO that if he did not go back with her, she would make him stay in the bar forever. After all, her mother-in-law had given her the company and property. After hearing what the woman said, the CEO was terrified and quickly agreed to go home. But at this time the woman asked the CEO to untie his belt. The CEO, who was afraid of being beaten, had to do it quickly. Unexpectedly, the woman took the belt, tied up the CEO's hands, and then led him home like a donkey. The next day, the woman woke up and suddenly found that the CEO was sleeping next to her. She was so scared that she kicked the CEO under the bed, and then the woman grabbed the CEO's ear and dragged him out. After breakfast, the woman came to her mother-in-law's company and announced that her husband would take